Hi guys! Sa araw na to, pag-aaralan natin kung paano i-determine ang end term ng isang geometric sequence. Review muna tayo ng pinag-aralan natin last week. Alam natin ang geometric sequence is a sequence where each term after the first is obtained by multiplying the preceding term by a non-zero constant called the common ratio. So, kapag ang given sa ating problem ay a sub 1 saka common ratio, we can get the second term by multiplying a sub 1 and the common ratio. We can also get a sub 3 by multiplying a sub 2 and the common ratio. So, kapag tinuloy-tuloy natin ang proseso, makukuha natin yung mga next terms pa ng given geometric sequence. Write the first 5 terms of the geometric sequence whose a sub 1 is 2 and the common ratio is 4. So we know to get the answer, we need to illustrate the given sequence. First 5 terms will have a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and a sub 5. And since given naman ang ating a sub 1, sulat na natin sa pwesto niya, which is 2, and then to get the a sub 2 or the second term, we will multiply a sub 1 times the common ratio, that is 2 times 4, that is equal to 8. Ang ating third term or a sub 3 is equal to a sub 2 times r, which is equal to 8 times 4, that is 32. And our a sub 4 is a sub 3 times r, that is 32 times 4, and that is equal to 128. And a sub 5 is equal to a sub 4 times r, which is 128 times 4, and that is equal to 512. So the first 5 terms of the geometric sequence whose a sub 1 is 2 and the common ratio is 4 are 2, 8, 32, 128, and 512. Paano naman nakukuha ang common ratio? The common ratio is obtained by dividing any term by the preceding term. So for example, we have 3, negative 6, 12, negative 24, so on, so on. The common ratio, as we discussed last week, is negative 2. Paano nakuha yung negative 2? So we have a sub 2 divided by a sub 1, a sub 3 divided by a sub 2, a sub 4 divided by a sub 3. So the common ratio is negative 2. So how do we determine the end term of the geometric sequence? So, pwede natin gamitin para makuha ang end term ng ating geometric sequence yung method na ginamit natin earlier, which is listing method. So, we list all the terms up to the end term of the given geometric sequence. Pero kung hindi kakayanin ng oras at sa palagay nyo ay malilito kayo, pwede natin gamitin ang ating formula. Like, for example, kung ang pinapahanap ay the 20th term of the geometric sequence or kaya a sub 15 of that given geometric sequence. So, ano nga ba yung formula? So, the formula or the general term or the end term of a geometric sequence is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1, where a sub n is our nth term, a sub 1 is our first term, r is the common ratio, n is the number of term or the number of terms. Yung negative 1 dyan ay as is. So, constant yan, hindi natin siya pwedeng baguhin. So, let us try some exercises. What is the 15th term of the geometric sequence whose a sub 1 is negative 4 and the common ratio is negative 2? So, using the formula, we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times the common ratio raised to n minus 1. So, simplify natin ito. Una, syempre, kailangan nating mag-substitute. So, we have a sub n. Our n is the 15th term. So, ang kinahanap natin ay yung pang 15th term. That is equal to our a sub 1, which is negative 4 times the common ratio raised to n minus 1. So, ang ating n ay 15, kaya 15 ito. Next step, simplify natin ang ating exponent. So, we have negative 4 times negative 2 raised to 14. So, that means, ang negative 14, ang negative 2 raised to positive 14, ang ibig sabihin yan, 14 times yung isusulat as factor ang negative 2. So, ibig sabihin yan, yan. So, negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, kailangan meron kayong 14 na negative 2 dyan. And that will be multiplied. So, ang product dyan ay 16,384. Kung meron naman kayong calculator, walang problema. Pwedeng gamitin ang calculator to simplify exponents. Okay. And then, our a sub 15 is equal to negative 4 times 16,384. And that will give us negative 65,536. So, what is the 15th term of the geometric sequence whose a sub 1 is negative 4 and common ratio is negative 2? We have the a sub 15 is negative 65,536. Problem number 2. What is the first term of the geometric sequence with the 10th term of 24 and the common ratio is 0.75? So, ang pinapahanap na sa atin dito ay a sub 1. So, we are going to get the terms backward. So, kaya lang, dahil medyo may possibility na malilito tayo, so, gamit na lang tayo ng ating formula. So, sulat muna natin ang ating given para mas madali tayong makapag-substitute sa ating formula. So, a sub 1 natin is unknown. A sub n natin, which is equal to a sub 10, that is equal to 24. Ang n natin ay 10. Ang common ratio natin ay 0.75. So, solution, again, sulat ang formula para hindi malito kung ano-ano ang dapat isulat sa next step. So, a sub 10 natin, isulat natin yung given value which is 24. That is equal to a sub 1 which is our a sub 1. Unknown pa rin yan, hindi natin alam. And given na ang ratio which is 0.75 and our n is 10 minus 1. So, that will give us 24 is equal to a sub 1 times 0.75 raised to 9. So, ibig sabihin nan ay you are going to write as a factor 0.79 times 9 times. So, 0.75 times 0.75 times 0.75. Kailangan 9 yun. And that will give you 0.075. Gagamit tayo ng 3 decimal places para mas malapit siya sa sagot or kaya maliit lang ang discrepancy. So, 3 decimal places. So, ang sagot dito sa 0.75 raised to 9 ay 0.075. And then, that is times a sub 1. So, since hindi natin alam ang a sub 1 at merong numerical coefficient ang a sub 1, we will divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of a sub 1, which is 0.075. So, makakancel na pareho yan. That will give us 1. And then, we will have a sub 1 is equal to 24 divided by 0.075. So, again, you may use your calculator with you para hindi malito o para mas mapabilis ang pag-solve. So, a sub 1 natin ay equal to 320. So, kung iisa-isahin natin yan, so magsisimula tayo sa 320 times 0.75, that will be your a sub 2. Tapos, a sub 2 times a sub 2 times common ratio. That will give you a sub 3. So, kung isa-isahin natin yan, makukuha natin ang a sub 10 natin na 24. So, hindi ko na siya ipapakita dito since we are saving time para sa inyong activity. Okay, so that means our answer is A sub 1 is equal to 320. So, sana nakasunod. Kung may tanong, PM ako or kaya comment lang sa comment section at ako ay magre-reply sa abot ng aking makakaya. Pwede nang sagutan ang mga individual activities. Pwede na, di ba? Okay, so that's all for today. So, thank you.